Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline. Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
I don't know if that thing wants to try to play 3 times in a row or not. I don't know. It's technical difficulties, I guess. It wants to keep playing by itself. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my humble home. Uh, so tonight we're going to talk some Mandela effect, um, somewhat on my journey from the beginning. And I want to start off by saying that, well, first of all, I will welcome everybody. Annette was the first one in the house tonight. Sue Finelli, welcome. And Christopher Fitz, welcome. Crunchy B, what up? And Joe Dirt, I'm technically, yeah. But I'd like to start off by saying the other day, you guys don't even know. You guys don't even know how blessed I am. Things could be a whole lot worse, but I was down to $7 to my name with a half a tank of gas. And I want to thank Annette for sending me some money. Got some gas in my car and some food in my stomach. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Annette. Um, and uh, oh, things. I don't know. The devil is just playing with me. Satan is just having a good old time with me. I'll tell you. He's trying, but it's not working. You know, last night, I woke up and I went to bring my seat. My seat was like in a lay down position. Uh, I'm complicated. My seat was in a lay down position, and I went to in the morning. I went to bring it back up, and I don't know if the motor blew or if it's another fuse, or I don't know if that has a fuse to just that motor. The rest of the seats working, motorized. So I don't know why just that one would go out, but yeah, it's about a quarter of the way up. So I gotta pack like a bunch of stuff behind here, like some blankets and pillows to bring myself up to a kind of a driving. Otherwise, it'd be like laying down, you know. So I hope it's not a motor or something, but I'm just like, oh my god, what the hell is next? Um, Christopher, I'm complicated. I think everybody's complicated in their own little way. Uh, but anyways, you know, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you know, like my back history of kidney failure. Uh, yeah, no doubt, gangster like. Um, but my kidney failure, that's gangster. Bang bang, bang bang, you're loved. Bang bang, you're loved. Uh, it's against the law to use your finger in school like a gun. You get suspended for that nowadays. Uh, but back in the day, 2016, December, I had my kidney failure, and I thought I remember still being alert when I went into the emergency room. I remember walking myself out to the ambulance and getting in the ambulance and going to the emergency room. And although I was a little out of it, I admit, because they asked me what month it was, uh, the the police and the ambulance showed up to do a welfare check because my girlfriend at the time, she tried to get me to go to the emergency room and I wouldn't go. Then she called my cousin, who was a nurse at the time, and my cousin said, "Well, if he's not going to go, I can't get him to go." But she tried to talk to me, and I still wouldn't go. So they talked together and came up with, let's call and have a welfare check done on them. So the cops and the ambulance showed up, and it kind of pissed me off because at the time, because you know everything I did in the house, the cops would like follow me around. I'm like, what? It ain't like I'm gonna pull a gun out and start, you know. But so they basically made me go to the hospital. I didn't think they could do that, but they asked me what month. They were asking me some questions, and they asked me what month it was, and I had the Christmas tree. Um, the Christmas tree was right there in the living room, and I noticed the cop stepped right in front of the Christmas tree as they were asking me the question. I couldn't figure out why he did that at the time. I couldn't figure it out. Uh, but obviously now I know, but I didn't know what month it was. So they said, you need to go to the emergency room, and I said, all right, can I'll have my girlfriend drive me, and they're like, no, you're gonna take the ambulance, and I'm like, well, can I walk out there? So I walked out to the ambulance, so I remember all that. Got to the emergency room. I was talking to my cousin, and there was another nurse on that side of me. And as my cousin was asking me about the medications that I was taking, she asked me if I took too many of my pain pills, and I said no. I said nah, nope. And so they tried to get blood out of me. They tried to get pee out of me. I hadn't peed in a couple days, I think, and the blood, they couldn't get a needle, an IV. They couldn't get an IV in anywhere. So they finally put an IV up here in my jugular and got the blood and found out that, before all that happened, the nurse on this side shot me up with Narcan. And when she did that, I completely lost. I was done for. I don't remember anything after that. And but I heard the stories about me freaking out and yelling and cussing and all kinds of shit. But I don't remember any of it. But I was going through some. I felt like it was like a, like a trip kind of. But I don't really know what a trip is because I've never taken that type of acid or anything like that. But I assume it. You know, I was on a trip. But I, I actually thought I was in a cancer ward, uh, a children's cancer ward. There was kids all over that had cancer, and we were. It felt like down in the basement part of the hospital. Um, and they were coloring pictures and stuff, and I was watching, and I was like, asking, can I get out of bed and help, like draw a picture or whatever, you know. And they're like, no, you're too sick. You need to stay right there. So it was like a real experience. I felt like I was really there. And later on, like a week later, when I talked to my cousin, over a week later, I talked to my cousin and I asked where the cancer ward was in the hospital, and she's like, we don't have a cancer ward here. And I'm like, that's weird. So I had that happen to me, and I had some other experiences. And when they took me to the second hospital, when they finally found out my kidneys had failed, they took me to a bigger hospital in the next town over. That was a bigger town. And so when they got me there, as soon as they got me in, they took me by ambulance over there. And as soon as they got me in, like the bells and whistles were going off everywhere. They were instantly trying to, uh, if I gotta say this right, incubate. I think that's how you say it. Incubate me, where they put the tube down your throat. And I remember them. I was watching them pull my mouth open, and I had like three doctors around me, and two of them had their hands in my mouth, and the third one was spraying water. And I remember the water spraying up in my eyes and all that. And I remember actually having uh, I felt like I was like out of my body for a split second because I seen myself, like, I seen myself from the left side of me, and it was real quick, like just like a split second, and I felt like when I was on the table, I felt like pure. I felt like I was like in pure consciousness. There was absolutely. Um, I had no feeling in my legs, no feeling in my arms, but I wasn't scared or anything. I felt like everything was going to be all right. I actually felt really good. It was, and I've had people tell me, well, maybe they had you jacked up on pain meds or whatever. And I'm like, no. I was already on enough pain meds. They did not give me any more pain meds. So it was absolutely an experience for real, consciousness. So, um, anyways, and a lot of this stuff, like when I, um, when I was on the table, they took me to the operating room, and they started hooking the dialysis machine up to me, and the tubes had to go in my neck. So I had like one tube on this side, one tube on this side, and I still had the IV in my neck. So I had a lot going on. I still got the scars on my neck. The whiskers are probably covering it up, but anyways, I didn't realize this until over a year after this happened. That I was thinking, uh, almost every day, I was thinking about that experience and everything that happened and how it went down. And then I realized, wait a second, how could I have had it? Because I had a conversation with the doctor while I was on the table. I woke up. I woke up, and the doctor was like, "Pat, you need to settle down." And I was begging him to let me go. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on or where I was, but I was at that time I was scared. I was like, I just wanted to get out of there. And they were like, "No, no, you can't leave. You're in you're in the operating room," whatever he said. So we had this conversation, and finally they must have shot me up with something and put me out, because I was like trying to get off the table, and I had a nurse behind me, and she was kind of leaning up against me, and it was really weird because the doctor and myself, my arms and stuff, and the nurse, when I looked at her, had this green powder stuff everywhere. I don't know, to this day, I don't know what that was, but it was everywhere. The nurse had it all over her her shirt and on her face, and the doctor had it all over him. And it must have been something that when I was jerking around and got up, I must have hit something, and it just, this powder just went everywhere, and it was green powder. I don't know what it was, but so anyways, about a year later or so, maybe more, I realized how the hell could I have had that conversation with the doctor, and the doctor, even when I was in a coma for 3 days. When I got out of the coma, um, when the doctor came to see me, that was the first thing he brought up. He's like, "Hey, we had a little incident on the operating table, didn't we?" And I'm like, I thought to myself, "Wow, that was real." And then about, like I said, a year or so later, I realized, how in the hell did I have that conversation with him if I had if I had been incubated at the time? How was I able to carry on a conversation with him? So that's when I started thinking, that's where I switched timelines right there when I was on the table. I really, really, really feel like I died right there on the table. And and then all of a sudden, I'm alive. My kidneys make a miraculous comeback, and we got an upgrade in kidneys, right? You all know that, right? We got an upgrade in our kidneys. I'm thinking we got freaking new kidneys, and just in time, I got them kidneys. Um, well, whatever. I don't know. I don't. I may have passed away, and this is a new timeline. Because when I woke up out of the coma, everything seemed different. The people were acting differently. They a little bit more. I don't know how you say, they were a little bit more aggressive, and I started noticing that a lot of people didn't use their common sense very often, and I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to realize that could that have happened? Could I have actually died and my consciousness moved to another timeline? I feel like a lot of us who are experiencing the Mandela effect, I feel like maybe that could be possibly what happened to us, that we passed away in another timeline. Um, I don't know, but you know, but then again, I think I did experience a couple Mandela effects before, way before that. Like John Deere, I experienced that Mandela effect uh, before 2016, and I didn't know it was like the Mandela effect at the time. I thought the company just changed their logo, and I thought when I first seen the John Deere written out with the E on the end, I thought to myself, how fucking stupid. Why would they do that? It just didn't make any sense to go from the regular DEER to add that E at the end. I was baffled. I was like, that is really stupid. And, but I didn't realize at the time either. Well, I didn't know that it was called the Mandela effect. I didn't know what it was, but I just thought it was a change. But I didn't realize either back then either if I would have paid more attention, the DEER didn't exist anymore anywhere. It was all with that extra E on the end. So I wonder if I would have noticed that part, because you would think if they did a logo change, there would still be a lot of the older ones out there with the regular John Deere, without that E on the end. But I didn't put two and two together back then. Um, and then, of course, another big one was now this one was probably around 2016, maybe a tad bit sooner. I don't really remember, but I do remember it was pretty close to 2016 as the stoplights. I noticed the stoplights changed, and I was really baffled when the stoplights changed, because it used to be green on top, yellow, and then red. And my first thought was, obviously that's stupid. And then I thought that's going to cause a lot of accidents, because people are going to be so confused. But here, that's always been that way for them. So there was no different for them. They didn't notice anything. Let me stop there and go back in the chat to see who all entered. I see Catherine, welcome. Captain Kurt, welcome. And another Mandela effect is the Captain Crunch. That was a big one. And that was right around 2016 too. One of the first ones I seen. When I seen Captain Crunch in the grocery store, now it said Cap'n Crunch, I started shaking my head and I'm just like, what is going on? Why are they changing logos to stupid shit? You know, that didn't make any sense to me. Cap'n Crunch. And I still at that time I didn't know it was the Mandela effect doing it. I thought it was a logo change that they did. Um, Ca- Catherine, welcome. Let's see, Captain Kirk, and think I'm caught up. But I'm going to read a few of your comments, going back a little ways. Uh, Annette said, "What a great thumbnail pic." Yeah, I like that. When I shot it, I thought that I liked it too. So thanks, Annette. Oh, I already said thank you. Actually, I already read Joel Dirt. Patrick is driving gangster. I already read that. Just stepped in welfare check on you for what? Just stepped in. I don't I don't know. My between my cousin and my girlfriend at the time, they I don't know. They called whoever the police or the ambulance, whoever they called. They said they needed to do a welfare check on me. I don't know. I never really asked why the welfare check was, for what. I don't know. Um, I assume my girlfriend at the time, she took care of her mom who was elderly, and her mom suffered from kidney disease and all that. So she kind of knew what it looked like to start losing it up here when your kidneys start failing. So I think she put two and two together and needed to get me into the hospital, and I wouldn't budge. So they did a welfare check. I don't know what they told them, though. I don't know what they told the police as far as the welfare check goes. Uh, oh, he's talking about his NDE. Thought it was today. Oh, no. Yeah, not today. Catherine says I did too. Crunchy V just came in to Captain says hi everyone. We also now have these odd holes in the skull. Yeah, that was a while back that I seen the holes. Yeah, there's like a couple holes down here. I think there's a couple holes up here. Real small bitty holes. I don't know what they're for. Another Mandela effect is from my old timeline, we never had bone behind our eyes, and now we have bone behind our eyes. A lot of people want to argue with me on that, and I don't know why people argue over the Mandela effect, anybody's Mandela effect. I know for a fact there was no bone behind the eyes. That's the way, the skeletons and stuff that I seen in high school and other places, like in the books and other stuff. We never had bone behind the eye, so that's new. That is also new. So our bodies have completely been upgraded, and I don't know why, but maybe this is a different atmosphere, because another Mandela effect is that our body pertains less water than I remember back on Sagittarius. I remember, and that's another thing. I remember being on Sagittarius. That's what they taught us in high school. Yeah, I know that they lied to us and everything. Uh, could we have been on Orion the whole time? Hell, I don't know. you know, I mean, how do you really know where the hell we are? I don't even know how they could tell whether we're on Sagittarius or whatever. But that's what I was taught. We were on Sagittarius, and we actually used to look at maps and stuff at Orion. And that's weird because we're on Orion now. So that is definitely different. I noticed everything changed, neighbors, even etc., and I knew something wasn't right. Something happened in fall 2015, early 2016. Noticed the change before seeing Mandela Effect online. It was concerning. I was like, where am I? Yeah, I still ask myself that. Yep, 2016, the stoplights flipped. Yep, Mind Blogger. Then the flag change. Yep, that's another Mandela effect. Welcome Insane. Uh, yeah, that's another Mandela effect. A big one for me is the flag on my old timeline, and now they have so many different flags. You know, they have an excuse. They literally almost have an excuse for every Mandela effect that's out there now. They have some sort of reason for why it's this way, whatever. But the flag is definitely a big one. When I got online, the first Mandela effect that I noticed when I got online was um, JFK. When I seen the JFK, six people in the car and a different car, that blew my mind. I was like, holy shit. Because I'm like, how in the world can that happen? Like, how could that have possibly changed? And I mean, up until that point, yeah, I mean, there was the stoplights and there was the logos. But when you're now we're big time with the JFK, and I did so many book reports in high school about JFK. So and I seen the black and white film of them driving down in Texas, him getting off the plane, getting in the car, and doing their little route. And back then, the Zapruder film was the only, supposedly, was the only film, the only person that caught this, the assassination on film. Well, and now it's in color, which that's easily. I mean, they can do old movies in color, so that's okay, no problem with that. But now there's so many different angles being shot. It's like where are all these? Who is filming all these other angles? So that's all new for me. Another new thing about the JFK is there is a person, a guy who is a bystander who actually got a ricocheted bullet off the curb. The bullet hit the curb, ricocheted, and grazed his cheek. There's actually on YouTube this guy talking about how he was uh, stand he was a witness uh, at the assassination. He was there, and he talks all about how the bullet ricocheted, and he was being interviewed at the time back in the 60s by a reporter. So that's all new for me. um there was there's just so many Mandela effects that blown. I mean, when I seen that, I just if I didn't find the people I found at that time on YouTube, I think I was close to losing my mind because I've literally literally knew that something had happened to me, and I was seeing a different reality. And I'm trying to think of other changes. I already I mentioned the Captain Crunch one. Skechers was another one. When they took the T out of Skechers, and now they making fun of us because I think it was Mr. T who made a commercial that said that he was going to put the T back in Skechers. It's like, what? How do you? So you're admitting that the T is missing out of Skechers? So they literally are playing with us, you know. Captain Kirk said when I saw the U.S. flag change, I was like, wow. Catherine said it's weird some of us remember the same things differently. Does that mean we are from different timelines, dimensions? I remember the E on the end of John Deere. So I look at this if you remember the E on the end of John Deere, then I think you were probably from a slightly different timeline or reality or wherever we're from. That there may be a bunch of different realities. It may be our own reality. I don't know. I don't know. And that's the thing that I want to continue to talk about to figure out. I don't know if we'll ever figure it out, but I'm not going to stop trying. This has this has really fucked me up. You know, I really haven't had the same life since I was Mandela affected, and I completely lost a lot of friends. My family, uh, although they don't say it, but I can tell just by the reaction that they think I've lost my marbles. Hey, Kevin, welcome. Have you experienced any new Emmys? I mean, well, they any big ones? Not really. But I really haven't been lately. I haven't been out searching or looking for new Emmys. If they pop in my reality, they pop in my reality. But I'm not out there. You know, we went through the C19er. That took me away from talking about it, and then after that, I just totally got off track. Never got back into it. So I am starting now to get back into it because this has been on my mind and it's never left my mind. And I haven't been able to even have a relationship with anybody because there's no sense that I have nothing in common with anybody unless they're Mandela affected. So that has been hard. You know, I really whether it's with a girl or like a woman, whatever, uh, or just the relationship with somebody. Most of them they have to be pretty much Mandela affected. I do have a couple friends online that are not Mandela affected, but we do hold other things in common. But it's really hard when a person is not seeing what I see. And I'm sure you all know that, or most of you. Um, hey, Streamliner, welcome. I just lost the chat. Oh, there it is. Christopher, yes, green on top, 100% for me. Yeah. Oh, another thing that changed that I noticed is the yield signs. They all used to be yellow and black, and now they're red and white. And supposedly they've always been that way. I looked it up, and they actually changed. They actually used to be yellow and white back in the 70s. I want to say it changed in the late 60s, early 70s. Um, and that's not right because I took my driver's I took when I went for my license in 1985 or 86. The yield signs were still yellow. So that book is not correct when it tells you that it used to be yellow, but they changed in the late 60s, early 70s. That's not right. So that's another change for me. Insane for me. Traffic lights order has always been red on top, yellow mid, and then green on the bottom. Interesting. Yeah, and there has to be other timelines that we're all from because, for instance, look at Brian Staveley. He puts out a lot of content about Mandela effects, and I'd have to say 99% of them I I'm with him on the Mandela effect. But there's 1% of them that we're different. Like the 9/11 the hotel. I remember the hotel not being there. Never there was never a hotel adjacent to the Twin Towers. And Brian remembers the hotel always being there. But he will say that he's done in intensive research on 9/11, which he has. I agree. But my argument is for myself, you don't really need to do intense research to know there wasn't a motel there because when 9/11 happened, they didn't stop talking about it. They talked and talked and talked for about and showed it over and over and over and over for at least a few months or so. And in them few months, there was never a hotel. Not for me. Never a hotel there. And now there's a hotel. Not only that was there a hotel, there was actually survivors, and there's YouTube video all over YouTube of these survivors of the hotel. And that kind of blows my mind because I'm like, they never ever mentioned a hotel during talking about the collapse. Matter of fact, there in my reality, only 3 billion buildings came down. There was a lot of structural damage to the other surrounding buildings, but none of the other ones came down. Only the Twin Towers and Building 7. Them were the only 3 buildings that came down in my reality. Now, in this reality, they all came down. They're all demolished. And so, another one is the bug, the VW. the logo uh, was always connected in my reality, and now there's a split between the V and the W, Volkswagen Bug, Vogue, the Vogue, whatever. And when I was at a flea market today, I seen a little. It was a look-alike Scooby Doo kind of little toy, and it had the VW uh, connected. And I started talking to the guy about it and stuff, and I brought up some other Mandela effects, and he had agreed. He had said every Mandela. I wasn't giving him the answers, and he was saying them the same way I remember them, and when I would say that it was changed, he would say, "Yeah, the government's changing our reality, or our not our reality." He said they're changing our history. Uh, I try to tell him I think reality is fluent, or it continues to change, but it does it in such a uh, really slow, like slowly. You know what I'm trying to say. There was an E in there, Chevy. Um, yeah, that's not that one. It looks right the way that you got it, but I that one wouldn't be one for me because I'm not that familiar with Chevy and how it was, written. Just it doesn't really. That's not a Mandela effect for me. Um, hey, Captain Rankin, who knows Catherine M? I recall some different also, like you're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, from Jaws, yeah. Uh, from when Jaws came out. Yeah, I remember that one. Um, yeah, he said that you're gonna need a bigger boat. Well, I don't know. What does he say now? What does he say now? I don't remember what he says now. Um, that's the killer for me as well. John Deere don't have the E. No way. One right. The street. I'll look and see. Always been an E. Don't have right. Catherine saying hi to Streamliner. Captain Kirk, it's like two timelines merged. I think it's more than two timelines. It may be just two timelines. I don't know, but I have a feeling it's like there's more than two timelines. I don't know, but yeah. Captain Rankin said, yeah, most say the recall we're gonna need. The sheriff hated the sea. Even makes sense to say your Kevin Alley, welcome. Captain Kirk is the Chevrolet one. One new one to you. Captain Kirk, I tell you this, my old timeline Earth really was way better than this one. This one is bad. Yeah, I totally did. I don't feel like I belong here at all. I know that sounds really out there and crazy to whoever is not Mandela affected that is listening, but I don't feel like I like this. This is. I don't feel like this is where I was born. I don't know. The times have gotten so bad, and it's speeding up so fast. Catherine said, "Never mind, Captain Rankin. Actually, I am not 99% sure what I remember on that one. Read it too fast, episodes. Captain Kirk, yeah, it's new. And there was never a Colorado truck model. I don't know about that. Um, Captain Rankin, yeah, no bone blocks behind the eye holes. Yeah. Yeah, never was a bones behind the eyes. Hey Valentine, welcome. Long time no see. There was no hotel for you also, right? Yeah, some of us are I think are from the same timeline, and then there's some who are just slightly from a different timeline, and it's just slightly off, just slightly different. Captain Kirk said he no hotel for you also. What in the heck? The jungle plays in my head with the S. What the heck? The jungle. I don't know what you're talking about there. X Xavier. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Yes, never remember a hotel. Welcome, Martino. Hi, Valentine. Good to see you. Sorry if I'm butchering your names. I don't mean to. Insane. Brian Staveley has a great catch of both kinds of flags in his hometown. Oh yeah, I've seen that neighborhood, both red under and white under blue, right there together. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That is so weird how that happens. You know, I've been saying this for a long time. That a lot of the residue that we see comes from someone's consciousness. Someone's will come from a third party, basically. A like headline in a newspaper or a drawing of the way it used to be. That's the only way that I have seen um, that survive is whatever this is, whatever the change is. It's like the system or AI, whatever you want to call it, can change everything like that. But it can't change your creativity that you put in. Like if somebody draws a picture, or if somebody had to hand type uh, something in the newspaper or something, that's how I see residue surviving. And I've been saying that for a long time, and I think a lot of people are starting to catch on to that. Um, I never paid much attention to logos, emblems, and brands, so I can't be domestic. I don't really recall most of those. Hey Annie, welcome. Um, Another one that I seen right away was Oscar Mayer. It's always been Oscar Mayer for me. I remember the commercial when the kids were singing, or the kid was singing the song on the commercial. My first name, da 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 da. And now it's Oscar Mayer. So I mean, yeah, that's a big one too. I know that one's like an anchor for me, along with the JFK and some other ones. Um, there's a few Bible Mandela effects for sure. One of them is where two or more gather in my name, or two or more gather. Yeah, I'm trying to think what it is now. Where two or more gather in my name is what I remember. Um, I think it's where two or three gather now. I don't know what it is now. I don't remember. I have a hard time remembering what it is, what the Mandela effects are, what the changes are. Um, Another one that changed later on is whenever I would type a lot, it would it wouldn't type a lot as one word. It would always do a and then space and then LOT. And I was confused when that started doing that on me, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Um, so that's another one that changed for me. Agree. I feel like this is not my birth earth. Right. Yes, exactly. Streamliner, anyone else notice that automatic window buttons in vehicles change at same point? When I pulled and pushed backwards, it used to roll down. It's opposite now. No, I didn't know that, but hold on a second. Let me roll this window up so we can stop from hearing these guys. They stand right next to the motherfucking window. Fucking whatever. Some people, I'll tell you, people are so rude here. Very fucking rude. I see it everywhere. Guys don't hold doors for women anymore. People are always in a hurry. They always gotta be somewhere that's so fucking important, and they don't give a shit if you're in the way. You know, if you're in their way, they're gonna get to what they need to do or go. Well, it's just ridiculous. People are so rude. Um, the Bible has been trashed. Hmm. Yeah, Rod Sterling. Rod Sterling never said, "Imagine if you will." That's some BS right there. Well, Rod Sterling, though, that's a Mandela effect. Um, no, Peter cut off the ear of the servant of a high priest instead of the ear of a soldier. Oh, really? Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that one. My biggest enemies, maps, geography. Yeah, yeah. That's a big one for me. Is the South America. South America is like way to the east, and I mean, it shifted a lot. in a short period of time. And there, I am not that familiar with a lot of the geographic changes. I've heard of a lot of them, but I'm not that familiar with the geographic stuff. Um, I do know that Australia has changed. I do remember that one. I don't remember all the islands or whatever that are so close to it now. I haven't really been feeling good lately. There are thousands of changes in the KJV. Yeah. Hey Timothy, welcome. Road rage is rampant now. Yeah, right. Hey Danny, welcome. My uniform patch of the world keeps changing. I saw it just hours ago. I experienced the same thing with a lot. Yeah. Oh man. I what the hell? Let's put some air on here. Maybe that's it's been like really hot. I've been out in the sun all day today. I don't know if that's it or what, but I'm like not feeling good right now. Uh, another one, another one that changed, and it changed before I knew about the Mandela effect is Looney Tunes. Um, Tunes was always Toons. When that changed, I thought again, like what what are they doing? It, I'm like that didn't even make sense to put Tunes tunes that tunes in there. So I seen that change before I knew about the Mandela effect. Also, stay hydrated. Oh, I've been drinking. I drank one whole one of these. It's a 64 ouncer. So I have been, yeah. Thank you. I have been staying hydrated. They're trying to. Same. I remember tunes. Yeah, yeah. That was crazy when that one changed. Um, another. Well, I remember. I don't know about the Windows thing. I don't know if that's not a Mandela effect for me, but I mean you could be right. I mean you're right, but I just it doesn't register with me. But I do have a car one is the mirrors. They right now they say objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. R is the one that changed, and it used to be maybe objects may be closer than they appear, or objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. But now it's R. So that was another change. Star Wars was a big one. Um, Darth Vader said, "Luke, I am your father," and now y'all know what he says now. He says, "No, I am your father." What? What? That's crazy. I've been on an hour already? Holy shit. That doesn't seem like an hour. Does it seem like an hour? Whoever was here at the beginning, it don't seem like an hour. But this place this place here too, I'm seeing it now is everything is about money. Everything is about money. You can't even go watch a high school baseball game anymore. I got it. I didn't know that was gonna. I didn't know that it cost money. Yesterday, watched some high school baseball. I videotaped it and put it on YouTube. I did a live on it. Today, I was gonna go and sit and watch the baseball tournaments, and the girl, there's like a ticket booth, and last time I walked right by, nobody said anything to me, and the girl said, "Do you have a bracelet?" And I said, "A bracelet? For what?" And she's like, "You need a bracelet." And I was like, "You got to pay to watch high school baseball?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "How much?" She's like, "It's $10 for adults and $5 for children." And I went, "Holy shit." I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but especially when you don't have any money, that's a lot of money. But I was like, I wasn't going to pay to watch high school baseball. So I suppose they got to pay for them really nice fake diamonds, one way or another, I guess. But yeah, I mean, anything you do now, it costs fucking money to do. I mean, I do my best to skate around it. You know, like go to the zoo and I will go on the outskirts of the fence to catch whatever I can catch. Um, Not too cold. It's either money or control. Yeah, everything costs here. But even parking lots. I went. I mean, I've been here years ago, and I know things will change over time. But uh, I went to the Noah's Ark parking lot. I was gonna park for a little bit, and they had a ticket booth up there. A couple of them actually, and Noah's Ark. They were charging. I think they were charging $20 just to park your vehicle. And then, so I left there and I went to a place called Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus. And I went there and they were charging $30 to park. And Mount Olympus they have roller coasters and go karts and stuff like that. And sometimes I like to just park the vehicle and then go, watch people have fun on go karts and stuff like that. Just something to do. But I wasn't going to pay $30 to park my vehicle. Several places pay to hike. Wow. Huh. Change for hiking trails. Even. Everything is so expensive now. I don't know how people with families are surviving. I know just for 8 ounce soup. I went to get some soup today. Just for 8 ounces isn't very much, and it was like $2.79 just for 8 ounces of soup, and I'm like, wow. Um, just, I mean, if you go out eat at any place, I don't really eat out too much. I try to stay on eating like grapes and apples and stuff like that. Which I mean, they're not too bad. The apples are like 7.69 or 79 cents a piece, which isn't too bad. Um, but uh, but the grapes, holy fuck! Under a pound, under a pound was $6. A pound was $6, so um, I got under a pound, and I thought it was really weird. Lately, I know my car is very like once you see it, if you see it again, it sticks out because of the crap the front end is crashed in. So, but the cops they haven't pulled me over, but they've been following me, you know. I, yeah, they haven't had a reason to pull me over yet. So I mean, I don't break the law or anything like that, and I make sure all my lights are working on the outside, so they don't have a reason to pull me over. But like when I park to get some shut eye, I think that's what it is I'm so tired. I really haven't gotten much sleep lately. But when I pull over to try to get some sleep, a cop will always, you know how they park? They park uh, to try to catch somebody speeding. Just they'll park off a little bit. Well, where I'm parking, they usually park. I mean, they weren't their first few nights, but this is why I think they're following me is because as soon as they see my car parked somewhere, that they always sit like I would say I don't know, probably about 5 car lengths away from me, pretty close, and they'll sit there like for hours, and and then when that one leaves, another one will come and sit there, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then whenever I leave, there's a couple that I'll see a couple around me all the time. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I see them all the time. They're like, all, I mean, and there's a lot of them. They're like everywhere, but they always seem to lately they've been like around me. It's weird. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe they always sit there. But I didn't see them the first few nights. They never sat there. Um, Parts of what may be the matrix are disappearing, so I believe this causes the need for constant adjustment. These geo changes are mind boggles. South America, you ain't way right, yeah. My son and I are about to move to one of the wealthiest cities in the US, but still Rated #1 place to live in America in most categories. Frisco, Texas. And Dallas. Single dad wants my help with her 22B cop. Huh, interesting. At the time, I wish I was just normally take downloads, etc., because this awake stuff is hard. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to ever go back to being a normie. I mean, yeah, this is hard and everything, but I wouldn't want to, uh, I wouldn't want to be a normie. I wouldn't want to go back to sleep. I tried actually. I got off YouTube for over a year one time, and I tried to fit back in, and it's just, you can't do it. Once you're awake to this shit, and I hate that woke shit. People are. Well, I don't even know what the fuck that shit's about. People say they're woke. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. It sure the hell doesn't mean that they're awake to the shit that we're seeing. Sorry, guys. I don't know what. I just started feeling really off. I may have to end the stream here pretty soon. NPCs seem very happy in their ignorance. For sure. Yeah. The ones that I tried to tell the Mandela effect to, like, if somebody told me about the Mandela effect, the stuff that's happening, I would be looking it up. I would be so interested in really? But you never get that. I never get that reaction. It's always, yeah, that's interesting. But they never go and look shit up. They woke is past tense. A propagate, welcome. Exactly. The curiosity is absent. Yeah, their curiosity is absent, and their common sense is gone. They have no common sense at all. I've never been normal. My name Irby has made me odd all my life. I met another guy named Irby today. Online, a great name, right? Irby. Irby. So that's your real name, huh? Irby? Where are you from, Irby? Am I even pronouncing that right? I talked to an NPC today and got labeled as a conspiracy theorist. Mm-hmm. The vacants are. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I may have to go in a little bit and eat something. That might be what it is. I don't know. I feel like really, really off. Like nauseated. I feel dizzy. He was fully jabbed and has had the C19er twice, allegedly. I like the clean shaven look. Oh, thank you. Yep. I try to keep it shaved. Can't relate, Timothy. That's a favorite. They use thing tables. You want Mandela reality discourse? I may be live on the 19th at 5 p.m. with guests. By the way, drink more water and get more sleep. Thank you. I probably do need some sleep. It's so hard to find a place to. Everybody's got like the gas stations. They all got these signs out now that is like 30-minute parking, or you get towed, um, or you have to pay to park somewhere. Um, and if I go to park, like I was thinking about going out to that sports where they were playing baseball. It's kind of out in the country, so I was thinking maybe go out there and park. But then I'd probably get a cop fucking with me and saying, because it's it's county property. So I don't think that would be a good place. It's like being homeless. It's like even if I didn't have a car, where do people? I feel so bad for people who don't at least have a car. I mean, things could be so. I know things could be so much worse, and I just take it day by day and pray to God that He comes and gets me soon because I don't feel any connection with this place at all. You know, of course, I got my daughter that I love very much, and I have a connection with her, and she is the only person that I really talk to out of my family. Um, yeah, I don't know. Do you guys feel like that? Just absolutely no connection with these people. I literally can't even fucking carry a conversation. They can't hold the conversation. I there's times where I've wanted to bring it up. I've seen the old flag at the flea market today, and it was an older lady. She knitted pot holders and stuff, and for the design, she had like the flag on there and stuff. And again, it was her that knitted it, and she was probably going by memory. So she made the red underneath the blue. And I wanted to say something to her, but I just was like, I don't even want to get into it because they're not gonna get it anyways. Mm. I've uh, I'm in Wisconsin, Dells, in Wisconsin. Be here, you homeless at you. That would not be good if I threw up all over my phone. Yeah. uh, yes, can't even relate to my own blood family. People are empty to me. Yeah, I mean it's like they're for one they're they're so rude. They don't they don't have common sense. They're on the angry side, and you just they're so into this world. You know everything that's going on in this world. They're so connected to everything that's going on, and I really ain't connected to. Well, I gotta take that back, and I keep forgetting. I do talk to my brother Jim once in a while. Most of the time, it's on here, but so I can't say my whole family doesn't talk to me. Um, Jim still talks to me whenever we get a chance to hook up, you know. But I don't know. This place is just I can't stress it enough. I'm not part of this place at all. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know why. I ask myself a lot, and I'm sure you guys do too. Why me? Why am I seeing this? Is it because I've been searching for the truth my whole life about why, what is this all about, our lives and shit. We've been I think a lot of us have had troubled uh I'm not saying everybody, but most of us have had um we didn't like school. Uh, we were always asking, always asking questions, always getting in trouble for asking questions. Um, I always felt like I always felt different. I always felt like a loner, even though I had a lot of friends growing up. But I still felt alone. Timothy said, "I hate this world more than ever now." Yeah, I'm with you. Valentine, I don't belong here. I know it, and they know it. Bad Fish Bear, welcome. Yeah, I was thinking about God killing us all off. Yes, and I get it now. If there was a great God, he wouldn't let us stay here getting fucked with. Yeah. Do you guys get the ear ringing once in a while? I know they say it's like tendonitis, but I don't think so. It doesn't happen all the time. It just happens once in a while, and sometimes it gets really loud. And um, Timothy said, "I have always been a square peg, being forced into a round hole." Yeah, right. Yes, ringing. Catherine said, "Danny, oh yeah, I've had nonstop ear ringing since 2000." Oh wow, that would suck. Mine is not constant, thank God. That would bug the shit out of me. No, I've never had that. Timothy, yes, last night it was real bad frequencies. Learn to accept it. All the time, ears ring, used to it. Just ignore most of the time. How come I don't get. Sorry. How come I don't get the rest ringing? I don't know. Crunchy, so glad mine mostly went away. Still spikes often. Do you guys still get deja vu? When I was first Mandela affected, I didn't get deja vu for a couple of years. Now I get it every once in a great while. I probably had it maybe 3 or 4 times since the Mandela effect, but I used to have it all the time. I had ringing ear, and years ago it stopped, but the Mandela effect shook me up back in 16. That's another thing is we're connected in that way. A lot of us experienced the Mandela effect. Started experiencing the Mandela effect back in 2016. Seems like seems like a lot of us came in around that time. Came in where I don't know. Whatever this place is, I don't know. I wish I could figure it out. I really do. And if 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 we are if we were dead, we I've always had the feeling since I was a kid I'm never gonna die, and I always told myself too that, or for some reason I felt like I was going to be here till the end, whatever the end means. I don't know what that means, but I always knew I was going to be here till the end. And um, yeah, whatever that means. Bad Fish Bear says that I don't get deja vu no more. Valentine, I had a deja vu a year ago, but they are so very rare now. I saw it in 2005 or so. I have deja vu sometimes, Sue said. Crunchy BI noticed that deja vu went away for me, started to come back a couple years ago, but it's not often. Timothy, I used to have deja vu, but never anymore since I woke up. Yeah, that is so weird. Why we're not seeing it as much as we used to, or some of us not seeing it at all anymore. That's interesting. A theory I have: the more TV someone watches, the more normie they are. Non-TV people see all this wild stuff, just an idea. Absolutely, because you're not taking in all that propaganda. Now, a lot of us can watch some TV and see like me, I can see the propaganda being played out. I could tell, we could make, some of us can make so much money off this, really, because we could basically tell the normies the future. Not way ahead, but we can tell through the newscasts and everything where they're heading. And a lot of normies, they don't get all that. They can't see that. But yeah, no. I mean, I can see their narrative. I can see where they're taking it, and I can see what's going to happen. Not all the way into the future, but and they change it up so much. But I don't remember what I was going to say. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have to read that comment again. A theory I have: the more TVs. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what's going on in the world anymore. I mean, I hear little bits here and there, but I don't watch the news. I haven't even been on YouTube that much, so I really have I don't even have a clue what's going on anymore. I know Trump was indicted. That is a fucking laugh. Come on, guys. I mean, come on. Who the uh, that upset that really makes me mad. Is people really believe this guy is facing 400 years in jail and that he might go to jail? Even being charged, this is all a fucking game. Trump's in on it. I try to tell people that still believe in Trump that Trump's gonna be their savior. This is such bullshit. Uh, it's laughable. It really is. It's laughable. But we can't fall into that bullshit. We none of that shit. None of this. I try to disconnect myself as much as I can from this world. Um, and it's hard to do. It really is hard to do. Not the TV and all that. That's easy, but it's hard to totally disconnect and get off the grid. You really can't get off the grid anymore. People say they're off the grid, but they're really not off the grid. They're still using money. They're still, uh, they're living on the land and they're paying for it. There is no land here in the United States that you can live on where you're not paying something. So off off the off the grid to me means you absolutely have nothing to do with this world at all. You've got your own garden, you got your own house, you got your own property that you're not paying taxes. You're living somewhere where you're totally off the grid. That's off the grid. You're not using cash anymore. You're bartering. That's off the grid. There may be some people in the United States that are like that, but I haven't seen them. Um, I don't know. Maybe you guys disagree with that. I don't know, but that's off the You can't live off the grid. You have, in one way or another, you're gonna pay to. You have to pay to live, and that's so silly because we're the only species on this planet that pays to live. You don't see deer having to pay for their food or their housing or anything like that. Bladder Bad Fish Bear says I'm pretty sure disconnected from material means, and this physical shit is the way out of here. Absolutely. You know, totally disconnected from everything. But even though the normies are out there, you still have to have love for them. You still have to respect them. And I believe me, I know it's hard. And like I say all the time, Jesus Christ, when he was here, he showed us how to get out of here. He showed us how to love one another. That whole see, there is no off the grid here. Yeah, Valentine, you're in Canada, right? I believe. I forgot where you're from. Um, Insane. That whole idea of truth in movies and TV shows, but lies in the news, has also blown my mind recently. I unplugged cable in 2006, only watch YouTube and webs. Um, I ex-Trumper now say he may be the Antichrist. Insane. You may be right. I said that a long time ago, but I was called a kook for saying that. But I thought Obama was too. But who knows? I know that he's not. He's not for us. That's for sure. He's not for the average man. I guarantee you that. Um, Danny says the sky day and night is really different from my original Earth. Oh yeah, somebody was asking me about the stars. They said, "Where's the stars?" I haven't been able to see the sky in the last few days. It's been cloudy here. We got a nice clear night tonight, but I do remember seeing the stars not too long ago. I've seen a lot of stars out. Um, like I said, I haven't seen it recently, so I have to take a look. I forgot who sent me that. I feel cold inside. I don't think I know how to love them. Yeah, no, I hear you, Valentine. It's hard to do. It's hard to do, but we have to try. We have to give our best effort, buddy. Oh, you are in the USA. Oh, okay. Born in RU road. RU. What's RU? He he. Right now, I'm in Chicago. RU. I don't even know Rhode Island, but I don't know RU. What does that stand for? Northern Michigan here. Oh, Russia. Oh, okay. Nobody off grid that mean making all things from getting the raw material from the dirt all the way to what you need: food, clothes, metals, guns, bullets, everything made from scratch is off grid. Yeah, I didn't quite go all that far, but yeah, you're right. I I didn't quite take it all that far. Uh, Hell, no food island, Rhode Island. Hey, I wanted to go. I think it's Connecticut that has like all the fishing boats and stuff where they go and they fish and they bring like a bunch of lobsters and stuff. I wanted to go there too, and I think it's Connecticut. Um, and eat a bunch of lobster because you would think since it doesn't have to. Sorry, I got the hip snow. Hey, I can't stop yawning. Um, but you would think the lobster and all that would be a lot cheaper because it doesn't have to travel that far, like off the boat to the restaurants. You eat lobster up here in Wisconsin, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg because it's coming, all the way here from wherever. But so, anyways, I wanted to get to where the lobster was cheap. I love lobster. I haven't had it in many years, but I love it. It's Massachusetts, Maine. That's it. That's what I was thinking. Is Maine? That's what I was thinking about. Lobster? You want some lobster? Yes, I want some lobster, please. Florida and Texas come from here. What? Florida and Texas come from here. Am I missing something? Florida and Texas. Florida and Texas come over. You know, I was thinking about going to Florida for the winter, but after today, I don't think I want to go to Florida. It was so hot today, and I was having a hard time with it. And I have a hard time when it's really cold now too. And so uh, I'm like, oh shit, where am I gonna go where I'm like in the middle of not too cold, not too hot? Probably Tennessee, maybe Georgia. Well, Georgia gets pretty hot too. I think. What do you guys think? Tennessee is probably in the middle, not too hot, not too cold during the winter. Come over here. This Google keyboard is replacing every damn word. Georgia, then Louisiana, Texas, South Carolina, no more north. And that said Tennessee. That's where I think I'm going to go during the winter then. I think I'm going to go to Tennessee. Mexico, that would be hot. I seen some Mexicans today, and it was so hot today. They're wearing jeans and long sleeve shirt, and I'm like, how in the hell do they do that? It must be really hot in Mexico where they're used to that hot weather. I'm like, oh man, I don't know how you wear jeans and a long sleeve shirt in 85-degree weather. And this whole week is supposed to be in the 80s. So Ugh. Agartha, Hollow Earth capital is idea. And um, there was a couple more Mandela effects that I wanted to talk about. How many of you have seen the Walmart change? The Mandela effect with Walmart. Um, Walmart for me, and I have evidence of this too. Walmart used to be WAL slash MART. Now it's one word, Walmart. And I have proof that it is what I said it was. I was watching a Chevy Chase movie, the Christmas one. Um, I forget the name of it, but it's Chevy Chase. It's one of his vacation ones, or not. They weren't on vacation; they were at home. But it's what I'm talking about. Anyways, uh, the brother-in-law comes over with his wife and the kids, and they live in that mobile home, right? The drivable mobile home. And they go to Walmart, and the son-in-law is or the brother-in-law is throwing big ass bags of dog food in the cart, and the dog food says Walmart on it with the dash. Bad Fish Bear says, "Yeah, I remember the Walmart with the dash. I thought I remember trying to put the slash in early GPS." Yeah. So if you go and watch the movie, the Chevy Chase movie, the Christmas one, when they go to Walmart, watch for when the brother-in-law throws the dog food in the cart, and slow it down and pause it, and on the bag of the dog food, you will see Walmart with the slash on it. Not only that, when Chevy Chase gets on that sled and he goes down the hill, and then he goes across the highway, and the sled is metal and it's throwing sparks, right? And he slides all the way across the highway and stops in the Walmart parking lot. And the Walmart building itself, you can see it plain as day. The Walmart building itself has a dash in it. So go watch the movie. Um, and I don't like bringing this up, but if y'all anybody has a couple extra dollars to donate to my PayPal, I would appreciate it. If you don't worry about it. Um, I hate asking that. I hate doing that, but hey, when you're this when you're in this situation, you got to. But and I know that a lot of you in the past have donated to me, and I so appreciate your help. Um, I used to love those vacation movies. Oh, I know they were so funny. You watch them now. You watch any of the funny movies that you used to watch back in the day. It doesn't have the same effect, does it? Other things than that. Please do help if you can. I know that he greatly appreciates. Yeah, no, I do. And I hate to even, I don't like, I've been doing this for 7 years, and I have never uh, set up what is that where you get your subs where you get your subs to have to pay monthly or something like that. I forget what it's called, but I have never done anything like that. Matter of fact, I hardly ever ask for donation. I hate asking for donations, but I don't obviously I don't monetize my. They wouldn't even monetize me even if I could. You have to have 1,000 subs to be monetized, anyways. But and in 7 years, I'm so blacklisted, it's ridiculous. Because in 7 years, I would think I would at least have 1,000 subs. I see people that get hundreds of thousands of subs just in fucking a few months. But anyways, it's not about the subs, anyways, for me. It's about connecting with you guys uh, on a personal, just connecting with you. And if I had a couple 100,000 subs, I can't connect with a couple 100,000 subs. There's no way you can possibly do that. And saying, yeah, Patreon, yeah, right. And I'm not saying it's bad for the people who do the Patreon. Hey, that's their deal. I don't have a problem with that. Um, it just I never have done it. I see it now. If I can, I will donate. Thank you, Insane. I appreciate it. Catherine, me and my family watched those together way back. It was fun, but was so naive. Jeez, I know. That's the thing is that's when you really tell that you've grown. You've grown when not saying that once in a while you'll crack a smile or something when you see something funny, but it's not like back in the day when you would watch that stuff, you'd really laugh your ass off. I mean, maybe it's just that we've gotten older. I don't know. It's just it's not as funny as it used to be. A lot of that stuff. I watch comedians that I used to watch back in the day, and they're not funny anymore, really. I mean, sometimes I'll crack a smile, but I'm not into any of that shit anymore. That's probably it. I'm just not into it. Yeah. Um, the Bible change. Well, there's a lot of Bible changes. Especially the lion, the lamb and the lion, or the lion shall lay with the lamb. Some people say that wolf has always been there. I don't remember ever seeing wolf in the Bible, and that's one verse I do know, or I did know. You I covered all the stuff that I had written down for tonight. All the Mandela effects. The next live that I do, I'll have different Mandela effects that I'll be talking about. Ones that are big with me. Um, I have to write them down because I can't. When I'm on a live, I can't bring them up like that. And that's another thing. Maybe it's because I'm getting older, but my memory has been so like I, it's so weird because I have a hard time with the short term memory, but long I can remember stuff that happened years ago or uh, you know way in the past. I can remember all that shit, but the short term memory is going like it's hard to deal with the short term memory. I'm losing it. Gotta act like oh, can't watch movies or TV anymore. Right. Yeah. I'm with you, Sue. I try to watch a movie and I just can't get into it. Gotta act like a tree and split. Alright, insane. My prayers are with you, Patrick. Keep the faith, bro. This too shall pass, and one of my favorite go verses is Bible to help me. Sorry. uh, one of my favorite go-to verses in the Bible to help me endure. One of my favorite verses in the Bible to help me. What is it? God, my prayers are with you. This too shall pass. One of my favorite go-to verses in the Bible. Am I missing something? It seems like I'm not getting what your the favorite verse. Um, yeah, thanks, insane. Yeah, no, I know this will pass, but actually, I have a job application for a casino, and I have to meet with the guy tomorrow night at 11. He works third shift, so that's it's a weird time to do an interview and stuff. But yeah, so tomorrow night at 11, I'll be meeting with the guy from the casino and turn in my application. It's like a six page or so. So uh, so anyways, I am trying for. They're looking. Get this when or before the C19er came along, they had over 100 employees. I think they said 125 or 26 employees, something like that. And I think. Oh wait, no, they had 128 employees. They're down to 26 employees. That's a big. So, anyways, they're very short on help, and I'm going for either security or they said I would fit the security. So either security or the tables. I've never done anything like that. I used to work security many years ago in my early 20s for a private security firm. Um, but I've never done table. I never done tables. So, but they said they train you anyways. They take like a week and they take you down in the basement. They said, and they train you. So that'll. I hope I get that because that'll be interesting. It's something that I think I can do with my disability because I'll be able to. Uh, I'll be able to sit or stand, and that's one of the biggest problems I have is I can't sit for longer than a certain period, and I can't stand for longer than a certain period. When I go walking or whatever, I go for like I can walk for an hour or so, a couple hours. But when I get back to the car or when I go somewhere and finally sit down, I am my back is so stiff it hurts to sit. It hurts to bend to sit, and so that's and then I have the neuropathy really bad. So I'm hoping that I think I can handle this. It's good money, so I hope I can. I hope I get hired. That's the first thing. Thanks, Annette, for putting that in the chat. Yeah, I try to watch a movie and can't get past. Um, yeah, take care, Irby. Am I saying that right, Irby? Ah, Irby. Well, every time I see bad fish bear, I'm so sorry. It all of it mixed together. Together, my mind wants to say bladder all the time. I don't know why. Maybe my bladder's full. I gotta go. No, I'm sorry. I got no money at the moment. That's cool. That's fine. I love you no matter what. That's okay. I'd give for sure even if I had $20. I'd give it to you. I do have a house if you want to stay in Massachusetts. A lot of jobs here too. Yeah, I appreciate it. But like Annette has offered for me to stay there too, but uh there's reasons why I don't stay at people's houses, and I have done it in the past, but and it it's just me. I don't like to be in other people's spaces. Bad News Bears, Bad News Bears. Yeah, right. That was a good show back in the day. Come on, you heard about that object that supposedly? Hey, yeah. I think are they really, really gonna try the alien thing? Do you think they're really gonna try it, you guys? I don't know. I think they are that stupid to do it, and these people probably will fall for it. Yeah, they're really getting desperate. I think from what I hear, they're nothing. The C-19's not working anymore, really, and so I think they may try it. It sounds like they're gonna try it. They're getting the people all ready. They're getting them all jacked up. Propagandas out there, and uh, yeah, they will do a alien invasion, fake psyop. Yeah, yeah, I think they are going to try. I think they're that stupid to fall for it. There's so many people around. I'm still seeing people wearing a mask. When I see people wearing a mask today, I literally, I'm so sorry, but I look at them and I shake my head. I just they I see them eye to eye, eye to eye, and I'm shaking my head. I'm just like, and I roll my eyes and I walk away. I don't know why that. Why do I care whether they're wearing a mask? I really don't. I guess it just it irks me because the stupidity of it all. And the people that still are wearing them, they're that's something that tells you something right there about that person. There's a video of it propagate. Woo, woo, Timothy, mass trigger me big time. I'm with you. I'm with you on that, man. I can't. Yeah, they do. It does trigger me, especially when you see them outside, 80-degree weather, and they're fucking wearing a mask. I seen this one. I seen this one walk out. This one person walk out, working at Walmart, walks out to get the carts. 80-degree weather, and they're putting the carts, together to take them all in. 80-degree weather, and that mask is up over it. And I'm like, I think a lot of us were thinking at the beginning with people wearing the mask all the time that they were going to keel over, right? But I heard somebody bring it up, and it's a good point. I don't know who brought it up, but I heard somebody bring it up and say, we got that upgrade. We got that body upgrade. And it wasn't just us, it was everybody. Everybody's got the same body upgrade. So maybe there's some kind of chemistry that changed that they're not getting sick or anything from wearing, breathing in their own seat, their own oxygen, their not oxygen, but breathe in oxygen, breathe out, exhale carbon dioxide. So they're breathing in their own carbon dioxide. So there's some kind of chemistry, I'm thinking, and other people are thinking that our bodies are able to handle that now. And that may be true because they are spraying the skies left and right, right? So we're taking all that in, and our bodies are upgraded, and our bodies are handling it in a way. Some of us. I don't know. Maybe it just takes time, I guess. But I would have thought they would be all dropping by now, wearing that damn mask. Well, a lot of them don't wear it anymore, but what they wore it for, what, 2 years? Uh, I still see them outside. It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. I would really like to have the conversation with one of them that are still wearing it. I do. I'm very interested in what's going through their mind. Very interested in what's going through their mind. Our anatomy. enemy, or enemy, and I can't pronounce it. Enemy continues to change slowly but surely. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Um, I was thinking about bringing a few people on, but I'm just like I'm not feeling it. I need to go get some sleep, eat something first, and then get some sleep. So I gotta go find a place to park. I wish I could just stay at the gas station. There's like hardly anybody at the gas station this late at night. And they got such a big parking lot, but they got all these signs that say 30 minutes. But who, we don't really, how do I say that? You and we don't really obey signs, do we? I've been here for about over 2 hours. I've been here about 3 hours now. Nobody's saying anything. All of a sudden, the tow truck's gonna pull up. I'll be sleeping, and all of a sudden, I'm gonna get towed. I'll be on the back of a tow truck going down the highway. Hey, I'm in here. Son of a bitch, drop it now. Hey, Unimatrix, what's up? Long time no see. Long time no see, that's for sure. Glad you're out and about. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, man? Peace all. Have a great night. I'm gonna try my brother's thing. My brother sounds like every time I go to put my earplug back in, sounds like there's road rage going on right now between two cars. They're yelling at each other at the stoplight. Um, and we were just talking about that. But my brother told me if you go, um, if you go to Denny's restaurant and tell them that you're homeless, they will give you a free meal. I don't know if that's true. I don't even know if I can get enough balls to go in there to ask them. But he said he said he used to work at Denny's as a manager. He said if you pull the manager aside and tell them that you're homeless and you're hungry, all the Denny's do this. They will give you a free meal. And I thought about doing it, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I'm still fighting that ego. I have that ego um that embarrassing. I get embarrassed really easy, and I gotta get rid of that. I gotta get rid of that. So that's another thing I've been working on, trying to cut the ego down. I'm sorry, but anyways, uh, wow, that sounds really good. You've been really busy. get a free meal. Yeah, I don't know if they do that, but he said they do. I have never heard of it, but he said he used to be a manager at Denny's, so I guess he would know. But that was years ago. I don't know if they. I highly doubt they still do that. Not in this day and age. But I've been thinking about trying it, but I don't know. I don't know if I got enough balls to do it. But all right, everybody. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'm glad that we talked about the Mandela effect. We stayed on topic, and now I don't want to always just sit and talk about Mandela effects. I want to talk about. I want to get into your guys' experience with the Mandela effect. I want to join together, put our heads together, and hear your ideas, what you think is going on. I'll tell you my ideas, and maybe we can figure this out. Maybe we won't know until we transfer again. But I'm not going to stop trying to figure this out. I have to. I have to figure it out. Because my life is not, my life is, it's not the same as it was before the Mandela effect, that's for sure. And I don't think I'll ever, I have a hard time enjoying life. I mean, not that, not that I would commit suicide or anything. I would never do that. But it's just hard to, it's hard to get into it anymore. It's hard because we know there's something going on that is big, and we can't figure it out, but we know something's going on, and we can't go back to being a normie. So what do we do? Got to try to figure it out, or figure out what we're supposed to be doing. Because I think we're all supposed. Everybody that sees this, I think we're all supposed to be doing something, but I think we're supposed to be doing it together. I don't know. I keep switching from one place to another. See, now I would be interested in having you come on, make it and talk about what you just said. I keep switching from one place to another. I'm interested in hearing more about that. I think there's a lot of things going on. Right, right. Wait, you need a job. My company's hiring. What do you guys do? Unimatrix. What do you work? You work with computers, don't you? And where? What state do you live in? So I got so sunburned today, my head actually hurts. You can see where my sunglasses were. I look like a raccoon. Oh man, I forgot. I gotta finish. I gotta finish filling that application out. I should have plenty of time tomorrow. Yes. This application for the casino is like a whole shitload of pages. They want to know everything. So yeah, I was asking what state you were in, and what you do for a living, or what does your company do? Because we're gonna get going. We make you make muffins. You're a baker. I was a baker before. I used to work for Perkins restaurant. If you ever seen a Perkins restaurant, I used to work with computers. Oh, okay, I thought you did. Um, I was a night baker for Perkins in my early 20s, very early. Um, I worked third shift when everybody went home at like 11 o'clock. They closed, so everybody was pretty much gone by midnight. I was there all by myself. I had the whole restaurant to myself, and I made pies, muffin. Well, if you ever seen a Perkins, they got really good. Like, we made cookies, like big ass cookies, pies, muffins, big muffins, and the little muffins. Um, I started. That's when I started gaining weight because we would bake everything fresh. So all the stuff that and that's like sickening. All the stuff that was like a day old, like I would have to throw it all away, threw it all away. But we were allowed to take some home with us, whatever we wanted. Um, so I started gaining a lot of weight because I started eating all that shit. And then I started my own business after that. You have two jobs? Oh, you're in Canada? Holy shit. Canada. That's a drive. Well, it's not too bad. Actually, we're not actually too far from Canada. But anyways, I'm gonna check out, guys. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. I really appreciate you guys. Uh, it was nice to see a lot of the Mandela affected people. I haven't seen a lot of you guys in a long time, so I hope you guys come back. Um, we got to figure. We got to get together and try to figure this out. All right, guys. So next time, I will have a couple people that want to come on panel. We'll do that, and so yeah, I don't know what else to say. All right, I'm out of here. Good night, everybody. Dream good dreams tonight, y'all. I think I figured it out something, but nobody's going to believe me. Oh, now you got me. Let's hear it. You want to come on panel? Because now you got me interested. Either if you want to come on panel, you can talk about it now, or if you want to come on panel next time and talk about it, uh, might be tomorrow. I'm not sure, but thanks in that. I will definitely. I will. It's a theory about the apple in the box. Huh, okay. Okay. Okay, what, Unimatrix? Do you want to come on now, or do you want to come on next time? I noticed that they have Dunkin' Donuts everywhere. That's like the worst thing, the worst like restaurant is the Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, they got good donuts. Don't get me wrong, but it's not good for you at all. Next time, okay, bud. All right. Well, you have a good night, Unimatrix, and you, Annette. Love you, and you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you later. Night, everybody.